From Paraguayan capital Asuncion to Taipei and Washington, diplomats, officials and farmers are closely watching a tight election race that could determine Paraguay's future ties with Taiwan. Paraguay is voting for its next president, largely choosing between a ruling party candidate, Santiago Peña, and Efrain Alegre of the authentic radical liberal party. The two big faces in this election. There are 13 candidates in all in the fray. Voters are also casting their ballot for Congress members. Efrain Alegre, leader of the opposition authentic radical liberal party, pledged in January that he would forge relations with Beijing if he wins the presidency. While his main opponent, the ruling Colorado party Santiago Peña, intends to maintain the long-held status quo with Taiwan. But according to most pre-poll surveys, Taipei could lose its last diplomatic ally in South America, with most polls showing that a narrow lead for Paraguay's opposition candidate in this month's presidential elections. The election comes at a time when pressure inside the South American nation has been rising, especially from its powerful agricultural lobby, to flip ties to China and open up the Asian country's lucrative markets to Paraguay's main exports, soybeans and beef. According to experts, many important Paraguayan economic sectors, especially the agricultural exports, feel they are missing out on full access to the largest market for their goods. There are hopes that massive Chinese investment could restart Paraguay's economy, which is still struggling from the pandemic, the war in Ukraine, higher interest rates and inflation. Beijing views Taiwan as a breakaway province with no right to build official ties with other governments. Most countries do not recognize the island as an independent state. But Paraguay, which established diplomatic relations with Taiwan in 1957, is one of 13 that maintains ties with Taipei. Were Paraguay to recognize China, what would mean? It would be a blow to Taiwan. Taiwan is facing an uphill battle against Beijing's economic muscle to keep its remaining allies worldwide. In March, Honduras became the latest to switch recognition to Beijing. Before Honduras, Panama, the Dominican Republic, El Salvador and Nicaragua switched their stance in favor of China. And since Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen took office in 2016, China has notched up 9 diplomatic victories, raising tensions in the Taiwan Strait. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin says standing up for the One China principle is the right thing to do, as per him. He further says that relevant countries will eventually recognize this trend and make the right decision. At the same time, the US is increasingly on the alert as China expands its geopolitical footprint in Latin America.